darkness gets in my head. Like anytime I hear a noise, I think it's something. I get really scared at night, and I know, like, I don't think age has anything to, well, you know, we can grow out of it sometimes, but sometimes it's very normal to get afraid of the dark, to get afraid of noises and sounds and, like, kind of the unknown, because it's scary, you know. And I don't know what your beliefs are around, like, spirits and ghosts, but sometimes I believe in them very much when I'm paranoid and nervous and everything. But I am here to remind you, okay? I just want to say this before we get into anything, that you are very, very much safe in your safe space. And I also want to remind you of how powerful you are. If you do believe in ghosts and spirits and all that, just know that nothing in that realm can ever harm you. Nothing can harm you, nothing can touch you, nothing can hurt you, because you are a powerful human being. And I know sometimes in the darkness and from hearing noises and scary stories, scary movies, it may seem as if we can be harmed. But for one moment, I want you to picture yourself in a bubble, a white bubble, and nothing can get inside of this bubble. You are protected. You are safe. You are safe. And I know, like, in paranoia, that may not even sound real, you know, because I get the same way. Like, one time I was so scared and I was texting my boyfriend and everything because I was hearing noises, and it was nighttime in the dark by myself. And when this happens, some people, like, you know, the adrenaline kicks in or something, and you think flight, or run. And wait, no, not run. Fight, flight, or freeze. And I'm a freezer, where I have to be quiet. Like, I have to be quiet, and I'm, like, so listening to noises. And one more thing I want to say. I'm just gonna keep a little bit kind of rambling, but house creaks. House cracking is very normal. So if you're hearing, like, house creaks and it's kind of sounding scary, just know that temperature changes and the wind and the weather, even if it's not weather and you just hear the house creaking, like, the house can be creaking just because of temperature changes, and the temperature changes at nighttime. So when it's dark and you hear these creaks, it could also be the structure of the house. It could be a mouse in your wall. There was a mouse in my wall, and I was very scared until I realized that it was a mouse walking around. But there's many reasons for noises, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. But you also don't have to worry about anything harming you, because us human beings, we are, like, at a such high vibration and very strong in the physical that spirits should fear us. And because we have certain physical laws within this world, within this realm, and no spirit can enter or harm you, okay? So just put that bubble around yourself and realize that you are safe, okay? I'm gonna light a candle just to set the vibe, you know? I'm gonna read to you. I have this new book that I was going to read, but never finished it, never even fully got to it, but it's called A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, and he has amazing books. Hold on. Just lighting one. There you go. I'm just lighting one because I'm afraid to light the other side of the candle. It's really weird. Actually, it's not even weird. You burn your thumb sometimes by lighting a candle. So I get afraid with these tiny little ones to light it. I love the, like, big stick, so you can just put it right in there. But I'm just gonna set that. So, A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. I need to finish reading it because it's so good. But I flipped to a page, and I flipped to a page where a heading was called Emotion. And I, like, looked at it real quick, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you because I think it's, like, the perfect just calm down and breathe. Don't forget to breathe. I know, like when you're paranoid and scared, we hold our breath and we feel really constricted. You're safe to breathe. I'm just going to be spraying this. And you can breathe this in. It smells really good. Alright, so do you want me to brush your face first or rate you? Because I can do both. I can't do both at the same time, but yeah. Okay, we'll do a little face brushing, and this brush is clean. I have specific brushes for face so that I'm not like rubbing makeup on your face or anything, but I'm just going to be brushing your face a little bit so that we can get in the physical body, you know, because sometimes paranoia can make us not attached to our body, like really separated. And I feel that because I'm not necessarily like a paranoid person, but there's certain nights, you know, those nights where you're just in your mind. And I don't know if it's like you're just paranoid about ghosts or the dark, or if you're also paranoid about people. Because sometimes I get paranoid of people breaking into my house. I don't know exactly why, like it's never happened to me before, but when I'm hearing noises, like I think of every possibility of what it could be, and that's scary, you know. So I'm going to be brushing your face, and just shut your eyes and feel the softness of the brush. And just keep breathing, okay? You are safe, and I want you to get under your covers if you are not already, and just protect yourself in there. Our inner child sometimes can feel paranoid and not safe, and you just have to remind your inner child you are safe, and just take care of yourself. And you know, when we were kids, we would feel so safe underneath the blanket, like somehow that was like really protecting us, and it always worked. But if you feel safe, and if you say that you are safe, and you do whatever you can to make yourself feel safe, like one time I felt so paranoid that I had to get up and lock my bedroom door, just in case. I don't know. Sometimes I don't fear my room, but I fear the outside of my room. And so I got up, locked my room, I felt better. But like most of the nights, how old are you? Okay. Up until this age, you have woken up and nothing really majorly has happened, and I don't know, you know, I'm not sure fully if there has been something that caused a paranoia, but tonight you are safe. And sometimes the mind can trick us that we're not. You know, I'm an overthinker too, so you're not alone. And it can tell us like things and imaginations, and like I sometimes even can get so in my head I see like visuals, like scary, you know. And especially I'm an empath, I'm very sensitive to movies, so that gets me a little bit in my head. So there's many things that can make us feel not safe, but they tend to all stem from our thought. And like I know a trigger can be from the outside, but it ultimately we attach onto it and then start thinking about it and thinking about it, and then we create this paranoia and emotion that is so strongly charged that it's hard to think that's, you know, not reality. Like we think that is the truth, that like there's a ghost in the room. But remember that your thoughts are not the truth, so you can just observe them and laugh at them and giggle at them and relax now. You can relax now. You do not have to be afraid because you are safe. You are safe. start thinking like every sound is a ghost and everything. And if you do believe in ghosts, they can be like making these noises to trick with you and everything. They're just laughing on the other side. But they can never harm you. And you are always safe and powerful because you are a human being. And because you are you. You are worthy just as you are. And is safe just as you are. And powerful. So I just want you to remember that. Just, send love to them. Just be like, okay. Just say to the ghost, you can leave. Bye. Hello and goodbye. Like, get out of here. You're done messing with me and it is time to go. Just claim your power. Step back into your power. Yep. There you go. Just keep breathing. Me and you are vibing. Me and you together. We got this. Like, we're safe together. I'm putting a protection bubble around you, and a protection bubble is around me. We are strong. We are powerful, and we are safe. Good, good, good. And if you are afraid of human beings, don't overthink too much, because overthinking is imagination. Trust yourself in the moment and step back into this present moment. If something were to come up, you got this and you can handle this, but I doubt it. And I doubt something's gonna come up because, I know it feels real, but we can really just convince ourselves that things are real, but most of the time it seems that it's in our head. And our mind is very powerful. Our mind, thought creates emotion, and then we charge it with more emotion. So, I get it. I really do. How about I read you a little bit? Because I do want to read this, because like I said, I flipped to a random page. I don't know what it's about, but it says emotion, and I'm thinking it's something along the lines of thought emotion. We'll see together. Yeah, this is really soft. Okay. Alright, good. Just relax and let go. Let go of thought. And just be with me now, okay? Good. Alright, perfect. I know my nails are rough. I can't even look at them. Alright, I'm gonna read you a little bit. Is that okay? Yeah. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. So, I am at a random page, and it's because I haven't read this, and I was gonna read you poems and stuff, because that's very calming to me, but this seems interesting, and because I flipped exactly to it, where simultaneously occurring functions are why do I feel like I'm saying that wrong? Coordinated perfectly by that intelligence. You don't run your body, the intelligence does. It also is in charge of the organism's response to its environment. This is true for any life form. It is the same intelligence that brought the plant into physical form and then manifests as the flower that comes out of the plant. The flower that opens its petals in the morning to receive the rays of sun and closes them at nighttime. That is so cool. It is the same intelligence that manifests as Gaia, the complex living being that is planet Earth. This intelligence gives rise to instinctive reactions of the organism to any threat or challenge. It produces response in animals that appear to be akin to human emotions, anger, fear, pleasure. These instinctive responses could be considered primordial forms of emotion. If I'm saying anything wrong, just know that me and words have like a love and hate relationship. I mess up words all the time. In certain situations, human beings experience instinctive responses in the same way as animals do. In the face of danger, when the survival of the organism is threatened, the heart beats faster, the muscles contract, breathing becomes rapid in preparation for fight or flight. Wow. Primordial fear. When being cornered, a sudden flare-up of intense energy gives strength to the body that it did not have before. Which is really cool because if there is an actual threat, your body will give the strength to handle it. But right now we're creating thought and we're creating emotion that is like the idea of imagination and creates paranoia, and the body reacts in the same way as if there was an actual threat. But right now you can breathe slowly and relax because our mind is not a threat. Our mind is just our mind. Anyway, that's not part of the book. These instinctive responses appear akin to emotions but are not emotions in the true sense of the word. The fundamental difference between an instinctive response and an emotion is this. An instinctive response is the body's direct response to some external situation. An emotion, on the other hand, is the body's response to a thought. Indirectly, an emotion can also be a response to an actual situation or event, but it will be a response to the event seen through the filter of a mental interpretation, the filter of thought, that is to say, through the mental concepts of good and bad, like and dislike, me and mine. For example, it is likely you won't feel any emotion when you are told that someone's car has been stolen, but when it is your car, you probably will feel upset. It is amazing how much emotion a little mental concept like my can generate. Although the body is very intelligent, it cannot tell the difference between an actual situation and a thought. Just like I just said to you, like an imagination versus actual reality, the body doesn't know the difference. So that's a great way to manifest, by the way, by visualization and imagination. But it reacts to every thought as if it were reality. It doesn't know it is just a thought. To the body, a worrisome, fearful thought means I am in danger, and it responds accordingly, even though you may be lying in a warm and comfortable bed at night. Wow. That is insane. Did you just hear that? To the body, a worrisome, fearful thought means I am in danger, and it responds accordingly, even though you may be lying in a warm and comfortable bed at night. Literally, same. That's me also. Like, you are not alone. The heart beats faster, muscles contract, breathing becomes rapid. There is a buildup of energy. But since the danger is only a mental fiction, the energy has no outlet. Part of it is fed back even more anxious thoughts. Just like I said, they build on top of each other. The rest of the energy turns toxic and interferes with the harmonious functions of the body. Alright, let's read one more little section. Because, okay. I don't know, it's like I really want to keep reading to you. This book is so good. I can already tell. I read the Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I highly recommend this, like, even just by reading this little moment, and it's like, how crazy is it that it's just resonating with this moment? It's like you needed to hear this, and that's just a reminder that you are safe. Alright, let's read one more little section, and I would love to sit here and read the whole thing with you, but you might need to get to sleep, and I know that I need to get to sleep soon, and this book would be so long, but I recommend. Alright, the ego is not only the unobserved mind, the voice in the head which pretends to be you, but also the unobserved emotions that are the body's reaction to what the voice in the head is saying. We have already seen that kind of thinking, that the egoic voice engages in most of the time in the dysfunction inherent in the structure of its thought processes, regardless of content. This dysfunctional thinking is what the body reacts to with negative emotion. The voice in the head tells a story, and the voice in the head tells a story that the body believes in and reacts to. Just like stories of, you're not safe, there's ghosts, like something's in my room, something's in my house, like, that's a very normal fear, and like, I fear it, but just know you are safe, and you can breathe. Breathing will help regulate your nervous system as well. Those reactions are the emotions. The emotions in turn feed energy back to the thoughts that created the emotion in the first place. This is the vicious circle between unexamined thoughts and emotions, giving rise to emotional thinking and emotional story making. I know I look a little lower. I need to not sit on my foot because I just lose circulation. It's bad. The emotional component of ego differs from person to person. In some egos, it is greater than in others. Thoughts that trigger emotional responses in the body may sometimes come so fast that before the mind has had time to voice them, the body has already responded with an emotion, and the emotion has turned into a reaction. Those thoughts exist as a pre-verbal stage and could be called unspoken unconscious assumptions. They have their own origin in a person's past conditioning, usually from early childhood. People cannot be trusted. That's a quote. People cannot be trusted would be an example of such an unconscious assumption in a person whose primordial, what is that word? Relationships, that is to say with parents or siblings, were not supportive and did not inspire trust. Here are a few more common unconscious assumptions. Nobody respects and appreciates me. I need to fight to survive. There is never enough money. Life very low. Positive emotions generated by the ego already contain within themselves their opposite, into which they can quickly turn. Here are some examples. What the ego calls love is possessiveness and addictive clinging that can turn into hate within a second. Anticipation about an upcoming event, which is the ego's overvaluation of future, easily turns into its opposite, letdown or disappointment. When the event is over or doesn't fulfill the ego's expectations, praise and recognition make you feel alive and happy one day. Being criticized or ignored make you dejected and unhappy the next. The pleasure of a wild party turns into bleakness and a hangover the next morning. There is not good without bad, no high without low. Ego-generated emotions are derived from the mind's identification with external factors, which are, of course, all unstable and liable to change at any moment. The deeper emotions are not really emotions at all, but states of being. Emotions exist within the realm of opposites. States of being can be obscured, but they have no opposites. They emanate from